Angela Jordan Perry, and I am here with 4 of my 8 children today to do this podcast of, or not a podcast, but recording for culture, vibration, and inspiration. So thank you for joining me live by Facebook and then also live here on YouTube. So today's topic is our topic post number 13, the next generation of culture, vibration, and inspiration. So you see my crew here, they're all sharing you their oils. Everyone say hi.
Hi.
So it is so important that we as parents get prepared and are preparing and teaching our children how to be the next generation that will focus on culture, vibration, and inspiration. And that's what I want to inspire you to today. So I'm going to let my guys say goodbye and go back out and finish playing. I brought them in just for this time so you can meet them, guys. Everyone, yay! Bye. All right. Thank you, guys. You guys go ahead out and have some fun. Actually, I'll take these from you. Thank you. So they're all holding their bottles of oils, and bye, guys. Y'all have fun. And so my purpose in doing that was actually in that, my kids are growing up in this, knowledge of how to take care of their health and wholeness in a natural way, instead of being quick to run for medicine and run for this, that, and the other, that our culture today focuses on. And it is so important that we teach them another way to care for themselves. There is an epidemic. If you don't know, there is indeed an epidemic that is happening right now of kids who don't know what natural health is, natural wholeness is. Let's see if I can get my camera. So they're clueless. I give you a good example. And I'm sure you've heard these stories before of children who have no clue where their food comes from, and all they know to do is to take care of themselves with a pill or something like that. And so last Saturday, our family, we live on a farm, for those of you who don't know. And again, let me introduce myself. I'm Angela Jordan Perry, and I am a team member with Agents of Oils. But anyway, we are farmers in South Carolina, in the foothills of South Carolina. And last Saturday, we processed a few pigs from our property that we have raised up. And while we were at our homeschool academy, my daughter mentioned that we were going to be processing these pigs. And there was this one girl who, as she was eating this chicken sandwich, was said, "Oh, gross, you're killing your meat," or something like that, she said. And my daughter just said, she looked at her as if to say, yeah, that's what we're going to do. And she says, "That is so gross to kill your meat. And who would want to do that and eat meat?" And so my daughter was thinking, yeah, you're saying that as you're chomping down on a chicken sandwich, right? And so our kids really separate themselves from where their food comes from, to where they're eating it. At some point, that chicken was living, and at some point, it had to be processed so that she could enjoy this chicken. And so and you hear over and over again, kids who aren't aware of vegetables in the store and how do you get this food? Where did it come from? Most of them know that it comes out of a box, or it comes from a store, or I don't know, but not that it's grown or cared for or raised, or your eggs, they just know that eggs come out of a store. So you probably hear my chickens in the middle of the day, my hens, my rooster just cackling out there. But so there is this disconnect of natural, healthy eating and living this lifestyle. And I will say that we, as this current generation and before us, have really put our kids, our future generation, in a disservice and a place of extinction when it comes to their knowledge. and how to care for themselves. Okay, so my inspiration that I want to give you all is to consider becoming learners yourself of how to care for yourself in a natural focus. Doctors do have a place, and I believe that medicine at times have a place. But there are so many other alternatives that we can do without bringing harm to ourselves as a side effect, you know? So take, for example, most people only know going to a medical doctor. And again, I am for medical doctors. I believe that there's a place, but oftentimes the quick result is to get some medication in our bodies, or a shot, or a something along those lines. But have you considered chiropractic care, or a naturopathic, care or treatment? There are so many other possibilities and options out there where it will not necessarily have to be harmful to us. Acupuncture, that's another natural form of care. There's now a form of care where attention is given to the muscles. A lot of times it's just joints that need to be worked out. Massage therapy, aromatherapy, and I've talked to you about essential oils instead of oftentimes running to medication. A simple headache, we're quick to grab a pill, but do you know, just oftentimes some essential oils, peppermint, will get rid of it like that. Upset tummy, oftentimes we're running to get some Pepto-Bismol, but do you know, peppermint or digize, a natural oil, will do it. How about if you have a kink in your neck, or some back pain, heel pain? I was having some serious heel pain for a period of time and couldn't figure it out. I was treating it with oils. I was doing all the things I knew naturally. Went to a muscular focused doctor and a chiropractic care, call him a doctor, and boom, they were able to remedy it. So my inspiration to you again is, will you become learners? Will you become the educators of natural care, natural options of taking care of your health, and then focus to pass that knowledge on to your children? They're the next generation. And if they don't get that knowledge, it's totally going to be extinct. Totally be extinct. I want to encourage you to consider leading by example. I am not a perfect person by any means on this path of natural health care. It's a constant learning, path and journey that myself and my family is on. But I'm doing my best to lead by example, getting rid of chemicals. I just found a new way to get rid of weeds, apple cider vinegar and Epsom salt. Who knew? Instead of going towards chemicals, even things for our hair, getting the chemical stuff out of our bodies, our deodorant, our soap. Have you considered making your own soap before? It's a really easy process. Have you considered, making your own bread, milling your own grain? Those natural things, finding a farm that you can connect with to buy your food from. And you may say that it gets really expensive, but and it may, but the truth is, we're either going to pay now or we're going to pay later because of bad health, because of our bad health. So you have to weigh, do you want to take care of those things now so you don't have to worry about taking care of it later? Then you may say, well, a lot of that stuff isn't covered by insurance. And you're right. A lot of it isn't. Going to a chiropractor is not necessarily covered. Having a home birth where you don't have that temptation of, medicines, or having to be hooked up for IV, or a quick threat of a C-section, because C-sections is the #1 money maker for hospitals. I don't know if you knew that. And so C-sections is going to be quickly offered. If we don't lead by example, our kids won't know. And so that means that we have to become educated. That means that we have to be willing to say, we're going to make this change and learn along the way. There's other ways to do that. So that's what I wanted to share with you in regards to culture, vibration, and inspiration. Consider the next generation and what we're going to leave for them. Be willing to be that change. Be willing to make that change. Be willing to live that change. So in the future days and years to come, our children will know this knowledge that our culture is rich in from history, but our kids will know how to care for themselves now and later. Like I said, there's nothing for my kids to know, Mom, I'm not feeling well. I have a headache. Can you give me some essential oils? There's nothing for them to be like, ask for oils. They don't ask me for medicine. That's foreign knowledge to us. So your kids will become accustomed and used to what is always around them, right? And so now is the way to teach them about gardening, small gardening, and growing your own food, and how to care for themselves, how to store, how to can food. So anyway, I hope this is inspiring and that you found value in it. And if anything, got you thinking about some other options for food and your medicines, you know, herbs, oils, chiropractic care, muscular focus care, acupuncture, so many other resources out there that we can do to benefit ourselves in the long run, and our children and our children's children. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. And if you're on YouTube Live, thank you for sticking in and seeing this recording. And again, our desire is to inspire you towards natural health and wholeness by taking that control and empowering you to do just that. So until our next videotaping, you all have a blessed day and a blessed week. Be the change, make the change, lead that change for your children and for generations to come. Bye-bye for now.